Hey, what's up? I'm Dave. I'm here with Ham Graving.
Thank you.
And Joe Bardi.
Hello.
And we are here to talk about remakes and reboots, the differences and what your favorites are, what horror stories we're going to come out with within the next couple of years. I'm going to start with Joe.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, I think first we should start with let's blow all of our time trying to figure out what the hell a reboot is versus a remake.
That's my question, and then I can elaborate.
I'm a little puzzled. So, like, if in my book, the most successful reboot of the last since the term came up would be Star Trek, which was the taking of something that was incredibly ensconced in the culture. Everybody knew what it was, and they reinvented it. They took some aspects of the old thing, but they totally changed it, including completely blowing up the storyline of 8 movies and 14 television shows. Yada,
They
yada.
did that within the continuity of the series.
Exactly.
It didn't leave continuity. Go ahead.
But it didn't leave continuity by completely leaving continuity. But it was sort of, in my mind, it was the prototypical reboot. It was, we took this thing, it was established, we made kind of the same thing, but now totally different. And if the rumors about the second one are true, with Khan showing up and all that, they're going to go even further. But that to me is different than like Psycho with Anne Heche and Vince Vaughn,
God.
which is not a reboot. That is a remake, a literal
shot for shot
remake.
Shot for shot, and dialogue.
And so, like a movie like Footloose seems like a remake to me, not a reboot.
Is it the same music?
It's not like it's not like we sit around talking about that Footloose trilogy and how I really wish they would,
revisit that.
Kevin Bacon doesn't get nearly as much credit as he deserves.
Here's what I think is important: is when a series has been run into the ground, like Batman, the initial Batman.
Okay.
Tim Burton.
Yes. Oh, that's a great example.
Tim Burton was a little obscure. I never settled into the initial Batman.
Right. It was still
Michael Keaton and
the team.
Jack Nicholson.
All right.
I was a little about it.
Were you with the old '60s Batman?
Sure.
Okay.
And the comic book and everything was fine.
Right.
Then I saw Tim Burton's, and I was a junior in high school, and it was kind of weird and lame and colorful and attempted to be dark, but not dark.
Not dark enough. It
Right.
didn't go all the way.
It was dark for the time.
For the time, yeah.
Too colorful to be dark, and I couldn't
Yeah.
couldn't swallow Michael Keaton as. I could swallow him as a millionaire, but not as a
crime-fighting vigilante.
And then the second one got a little more obscure. Then Joel Schumacher took over, and then it got really.
It became much more like the '60s.
Arcane, yeah.
Joel doesn't know how to play Batman.
No. And then the last one was an abomination. The George Clooney.
Oh.
At least Val Kilmer was a decent Batman. George Clooney was. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It just was atrocious.
Kilmer really played the absence of character well.
Anyway. So this was run into the ground and turned into candy.
Pulp.
Horrid. It was horrible.
Yes.
So it only merited a darker reboot.
Right. Well, they had to do something. Yeah.
They had to do something, and what the outcome or the output is phenomenal. But then you are worried about Spider-Man because the Spider-Mans were fine.
I thought so.
The 1 and 2, the third one was atrocious.
The second one is widely considered to be one of the best superhero sequels ever made.
I loved Spider-Man 1 and 2. So I don't know how they're going to do it, make it darker and whatnot. Or
to bring this all back around, they're going to Nolanize Spider-Man, right? They're going to Nolanize Superman. They're going to, I don't know if you saw the first Superman pictures of him in the full suit.
I did.
Missing the red cod piece. Now it's all one color.
What?
So they're not accentuating the super dick.
Really?
It's been... Super Dick has been downplayed.
Does it look weird?
Yeah.
It looks like Superman's costume without the Red Johnson area.
That's weird.
I'm just saying that.
The Red Johnson. I think he's actually in the Justice League. The Red Johnson.
Oh, yes. No, that's true.
He's a very ancillary character.
Yes.
Is Nolan the new king of the reboot?
That is a good question. Certainly Hollywood thinks he is, and I think that the reason for that is once The Dark Knight made all that money, Hollywood is a very much sort of what just worked, we'll chase that kind of thing.
Piranha type of...
Yeah, exactly. Like, actually, Piranha's a good idea. Now that Shark Night 3D is going to come out like tomorrow. And
also in 2D.
Oh, well, but would you go? I mean, come on.
But I think a remake is a one-off.
You think?
Didn't they just release today that Scorsese's remaking The Gambler?
Oh, is he really?
The little James Caan film?
I didn't realize. I did not see that, but that's hysterical.
So he's remaking it.
As long as they keep the Kenny Rogers.
No.
No.
The Gambler's.
Damn it.
It's James Caan and
Yeah, you're right.
and
I always
Lauren
think Kenny
Hutton.
Rogers.
Which was
And
with Kenny,
also Reno.
that was Kenny Rogers. How is Kenny Rogers involved? He's got to be
It's not-
involved.
This is 1974, The Gambler. It's like it's an old. It's and Leonardo DiCaprio is doing this, so it's a remake of a film.
So DiCaprio was playing
James Caan,
Kenny.
Paul Sorvino, Lauren Hutton, Morris Karnobsky.
A reboot would be a series, wouldn't you think? Like you reboot the Batman series is
Ooh.
rebooted.
To me, it
The Planet of
feels
the Apes
like
is
There's
rebooted.
an argument for that.
Yeah, it feels to me like Planet of the Apes is a good example. Planet of the Apes is a reboot in the sense that it takes a known property, something we all know. We know that everybody sort of knows the story of Planet of the Apes,
Sure.
whatever.
Right.
And it totally changes it, but it's still Planet of the Apes. You know,
Right.
we've updated it for a modern thing. I'll ruin Planet. No, you don't want me to ruin Planet of the
Sure.
Apes,
Ruin it.
whatever. So
Ruin it.
okay, good. So at the end of the movie, you know, a virus, like the credits of the end of the movie is the monkeys go into the Muir Woods like to hide from the humans as the humans are about to be wiped out by a plague that's sort of related to how they made the monkeys in the first place.
Ah.
So the idea, and they've also
So they don't just kill them all?
no.
So it's not like the end of the, and I'm going to ruin the 1980 blah 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 movie, where the monkeys just go ape shit
right.
on all the humans. I mean, just beat
does
them all
not-
to death.
It does not
that's
happen.
disappointing.
A little bit, but not really. Regardless, they also float, and this is the most interesting part of that movie. I thought was they float the idea that as the movie is going on, it's never explored. There's a mission to Mars underway, and the mission to Mars is lost in like the middle of the movie. You just see a TV screen goes by, and it's like Mars mission lost, and so that's obviously the setup for now. Planet of the Apes, when they're
Right.
going to remake the original one with those astronauts coming back and crashing and finding the
Oh, for
planet
Christ's sake.
totally taken over by monkeys.
Oh, right,
so
right.
it's the same story,
That's cool.
but
okay.
redone. That was the coolest part of the movie.
Yeah.
The rest of it is a little
No?
yeah, nah.
No.
But so anyway,
So
but
then
yeah.
the second one will be Real Planet of the Apes.
Well, yeah, I assume.
Rise of the-
I
Rise
assume.
of the-
Except,
right.
Widow, and my guess is the final shot, instead of being Statue of Liberty, will be the Golden Gate Bridge, because the whole movie, the first one, took place all in San Francisco. So rather than old Planet of the Apes ended with them finding the Statue of Liberty on the beach, new Planet of the Apes that'll come out in 2 years with whoever they'll find the Golden Gate Bridge buried in the sand.
So
Nice.
would this be all right,
A reboot.
a reboot of the Tim Burton one, which
I
was
would
a
say-
remake of the original?
I would say it is a reboot of
One?
the series. Tim Burton was definitely
just like a one shot.
Yeah,
Just a little-
Well, no.
I think he intended to keep
Tim
going.
Burton was a remake, in my opinion. He attempted to remake the original. Like the movie pretty much follows right up to the horrific ending. The original movie, thing crashes, gets out, people
Right.
get out, Ving Rhames is a monkey, whatever, and
Ving Rhames?
not Ving Rhames. Is he? Or is it
Michael
Michael Clark
Clark
Duncan? I always
Oh,
confuse
whatever.
those
What
two.
an asshole.
My bad. I know. I apologize. I apologize. Anyway, yeah. So
I didn't think it was that bad.
Which
the
one?
Burton one, you're not thinking clearly.
I thought it was fine.
Really?
Fine.
Yeah.
Well, that is
It was fine.
That is a sterling recommendation
And
of a movie if
I mean,
I've
it
ever
wasn't
heard one.
bad or good. I thought it was a fine movie, and I thought the ending was the most interesting part. Like this, now he's on
Does it make
And that was
any
a
sense?
remake.
He's now on a planet of he's in Washington D.C. and
Yes,
everybody instead
yes.
of humans they're
Mhm,
apes.
yes.
So that would have been
Let's explore this for a moment. Let's explore this just for a moment.
the second one.
Somehow
would
he
have
ends
been-
up in a parallel universe of Earth where everything is
It could have
exactly
been
the
interesting.
same, except now it's monkeys, policemen on motorcycles.
Could have been interesting.
Really? Could have been.
The
Yes.
second one could have been.
Could have been interesting.
I thought. It would have
I'm
been.
only sad they didn't make more and let Joel Schumacher direct them, and then it really could have turned into
Hey, I
something.
tell you what. I think what you spoke of is Nolan the king of the reboot or
Right, right.
the king of the remake. I think it's Burton.
Burton is the king?
Sure.
What?
Why would he did Willy Wonka?
He did.
He did, but
He attempted to do.
Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah.
Batman.
He attempted to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
but
What we're saying is this
Doesn't the
man is
king-
devoid of actual original ideas, but has an artistic style all his own.
It's all
so he
stylized.
simply
It's
takes
completely-
other people's shit and destroys it.
Completely
This is nice.
stylizes it.
would you say
he candy coats it?
wouldn't you say that King argues some sort of success with reboots? Like the king of the reboots mean he did a good job. with
Yeah.
reboots.
Well, I think that you'd have to say with Nolan, then the
Or
verdict is
remakes.
out because we know he did great with Batman, but these other ones that he's producing, Spider-Man
That's
or
true.
Superman, and whatever else he's working on, I have no idea. We don't know. It's like I'm totally.
Is he producing Superman?
He's producing Superman. Superman is being directed by Zack Snyder,
Right.
who recently bought us the cinematic genius of Sucker Punch. So I don't know. I would not hold out a lot of hope for that one, kiddies.
I need to watch Watchmen too.
He did Watchmen too. Snyder, like he also like I shouldn't be totally down on Snyder. He also made that Dawn of the Dead remake that was actually pretty good. And he definitely has a visual style and whatnot.
Did he
but,
write Sucker Punch?
Yeah, it was totally his.
All right. Well,
was,
then as long as somebody else writes it,
I
think.
think Tim Burton does a one-off, like Willy Wonka.
Okay.
That's a remake.
So he just shits it up.
That's a remake. No, that's totally a remake.
Whether it's good or bad.
I think okay.
We're not.
So he's the Ed Wood of remakes.
We're not saying he's good or bad. He's remaking things.
Really.
Yeah, that's true.
So
He
take Willy
does it.
Wonka or something that he deems Burton-esque and.
Does reboot indicate a series?
I think
because reboot, like when you reboot something, you start it up again.
Yeah.
Right. So the idea with a reboot is that it's going to be more than one. Like they rebooted Star Trek. Star Trek is going to be more than one movie.
Sure.
They rebooted Batman. Batman is going to be more than one movie. And actually, they're going to reboot Batman again now after the next Nolan movie.
Are they?
Yes, they already have like a release date. Like it's crazy because they're going
But
to.
it won't be.
It won't be Christopher Nolan, and they're gonna. My guess is, and that's all set up so that DC can do their same thing.
For Avengers.
or which I
Justice League of
Yeah,
America.
exactly. So it's gonna be Batman and
What?
Superman and all that shit is gonna
But it
end
won't
up
be
in their
Chris-
Avengers style superhero throwdown movie
Why would you
in
not
like 2014,
put Christian
2015.
Bale?
It won't be Christian Bale.
Because they don't want to do it because they're done. They're done. And right, then you make 3 of those movies. What do you and no one should go do other stuff, man.
Yeah.
He's a good director.
I
He
agree.
makes interesting sci-fi movies.
And Christian Bale's out, I would assume.
Yeah, well, how much longer? I mean, at some point
He
it
did
becomes
the Terminator
it becomes
franchise.
ridiculous. How well did that work
He will
out?
do work. That's what
Yes.
I'm saying.
No, that's true.
The
That's
dude will
true.
clearly do anything.
He will.
I don't
He
think
likes
so.
the
Yeah.
work.
I think that.
All right, so the remake or the reboot that you are looking forward to the most, I'm going to start it
Yes, please.
because I let you go first last
Yeah,
time.
no, please.
No, all right. I would say The Thing, just because it's such an iconic movie for me, and I'm looking forward to it. I don't care if it's good. I don't care if it's bad. I'm going to have to watch
You just have to.
fucking movie. I have no choice in the matter, as it's such a I want to see if they go with the old, was it the 50s thing, with the burning mattress,
Right.
or they do the John Carpenter one.
Yes.
I have to find out. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I would do the Carpenters. Anyway.
You would do the Carpenter.
Yeah, just because the
Or-
Carpenter one is so much more scary than the 50s one, which is so very 50s.
They can
Yeah.
still get Kurt Russell.
Yeah.
I always thought she was kind of skinny.
What?
Nothing.
Yeah,
All
like,
right.
Reboot or I'm looking forward to Spider-Man.
Yeah?
Yeah. Not looking forward to Star Trek.
Really?
Yeah, all right. Yeah.
Star Trek.
Okay.
And then they're redoing the Great Gatsby.
Oh.
Looks pretty cool.
Are they really?
We're talking about action. Can we talk about?
Are they really redoing the Great Gatsby?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Man,
Yeah.
I can't wait to see Gatsby's costume.
It's Leo. He's
Oh.
Gatsby.
All right, go.
Honestly, I'm trying to think of one that I'm excited about because I'm having real trouble coming up with.
You're not
one.
excited about Spider-Man?
Great.
I
I'm
know,
not excited
no,
about it at all.
It just ended. It just ended.
It
Did you
did.
get like all up fucking ready to go for that Hulk remake after they just made the Hulk? You even liked the Banya one better than the Norton one.
I loved
both of
Eric
them.
Bana.
I'm like, what the fuck
I
happened?
did. I did.
Eric-
I like that
Yeah,
one too.
because
Loved
it was
Eric
all stylized and whatever. So and 2
Visceral.
years later, yeah,
Loved Eric Bana.
visceral, yeah. When he jumps through the air and that animated
That is
his
how
lands
the
and grabs
Hulk
the tank.
Does it,
Yes,
man?
I know.
It's not all Lou Ferrigno,
like
man.
an animated cartoon.
Nick Nolte was fucking genius.
So I will throw these out. Footloose frightens me.
Oh God, terrifies me.
Dirty
Why?
Dancing off and
Why?
all. Dirty Dancing. What the
Oh,
fuck?
Jesus.
You would see them anyway.
One that here's
That
one.
is a good point.
Here's one that's a sequel. That's a reboot that has me horrified. That just hit the news again like last week. Ghostbusters 3.
Oh yeah.
Where they are going to
Yeah.
introduce the young Ghostbusters and kind of
Yeah.
hand off the franchise, much like they're doing with Mission
Indiana
Impossible
Jones.
and Indiana Jones,
Yeah.
all these
Oh
movies,
God,
whatever.
I don't.
So that kind of scares me. I'm really horrified. Like you haven't even dealt with it. Like you got to really think this through. Like how long till they get to like Jaws gets remade and like shit that we really care about that we think are classics get remade. That's gonna happen. Like Taxi Driver. When they're gonna redo Taxi Driver?
God.
Taxi Driver would be an ideal movie for this period of time. You reset it a little bit. You know, he's like an Iraq vet or an Afghanistan vet, fucking down on his luck. I'm just saying.
Is she
gonna
just as underage though?
Maybe
Or
younger.
even
She's
more.
8. She's
She's
8 now. She's 8. They get Chloe Moretz, man. She's 8.
Oh,
It's fucking horrible. No, but I'm just saying, like, you know, we're out of ideas, so we're just gonna keep pulling back from the past.
All right. Well, I think that's going to be a wrap up for us.
Yeah.
Although I do.
On
have
that note,
I always wrap up on the underage.
Yeah.
That's when you get the crook. Joe Bardi, Ham Gravy, David Russell, CLTampa.com. I don't know what we're calling ourselves yet.
Yeah.
Come up with a name. Comment.
Yeah.
If you, I'm gonna look right at the camera. I'm gonna break the fucking fourth wall.
break it.
If you have any comments, concerns about our remake, reboot discussion, which you should, because you're, smart.
Or if you have ideas on how we could reboot this show.
Yeah. Do we need a remake or a reboot? And what should we call ourselves? What do you think we should call ourselves?
I don't.
Shut up, Joe. All right. What do you think we should call ourselves?
I don't know.
Oh, God, it's useless.
We should call ourselves Bieber's new haircut.
Oh, we are out. We are out.